Hello and welcome to the Salesforce Help channel. Today I'm going to tell you about the 7-step guide or the 7-step strategy to get a job into the Salesforce ecosystem if you're a fresher. So let's begin. Before jumping on to the 7-step guide, let me first brief you about the different profiles that are available for freshers into Salesforce ecosystem. The first one, developer. Developer is a person or a professional who knows how to code in Apex, Visualforce and Lightning, and they usually develop applications or basically custom applications with the help of code on top of the Salesforce platform or the Force.com platform. The second profile is of an admin or an administrator. Administrator is an individual or a professional who manages a Salesforce org for a certain company and helps the users of that company to get the most out of Salesforce. Administrators need to have good grasp over the point and click tools or the declarative approaches in Salesforce. Administrators really do not need to have the coding background, or it's not necessary for an administrator to know how to code. If you are someone who do not like to code or who do not know how to code, there are still some opportunities lying for you which you can grab. The third profile is of a consultant. Consultant is basically a person or an individual who knows how businesses work. They have a good knowledge about that particular domain or that particular industry, and according to the needs and requirements of that particular company or organization, they have the capability to implement all these processes on top of the Salesforce platform because they have good knowledge about Salesforce as well. So the third profile is consultant. And again, consultants are not expected to know how to code. The fourth profile is business analyst. Business analyst is an individual who acts as a mediator between the client and the implementation team. They understand the needs and requirements of that particular business and they just pass it on to the implementation team. This is the basic task of a business analyst. And they need to have good communication skills as well as good business acumen. All the four profiles are in a decreasing order of the number of opportunities available into the market. Like if you're a Salesforce developer, the chances of you getting a job are much higher as compared of an administrator. And it's similar with administrator and consultant. The chances of getting a job as an administrator are much higher than as of the consultant. And similar with the business analyst and consultant. And if you talk about India specifically, then the chances of getting a job as a Salesforce developer are very high as compared to of the job as a Salesforce administrator or of Salesforce consultant. Because we all know India is basically a developer community or is a developer market where people are good at writing the code or creating the solutions for the problems that businesses are facing, but they are not good at providing the solutions for it, they're not good at understanding businesses and creating businesses. But if you talk about USA or Europe, then there are a lot of opportunities for administrators as well as for the consultants, because there are a lot of businesses who are actually using Salesforce as a product or as a tool to increase the productivity of their business. Now, without wasting any further time, let's jump right into our 7-step guide that will help you land a job very soon. So the first step in this guide is learn the basics. Yes, this is the thing what we all do when we are learning something different or when we are learning something new, and it's the same over here. You need to learn the basics. You need to master the basic concepts so well that even if you're sleeping and someone asks you that what happens in this topic and what's the use of this functionality or what's the use of this tool, you should be able to explain it in a minute. Yes, literally in a minute. Then only you'll become a master in Salesforce. Only when you master the basic concepts. There are some tips that I would like to tell you to master the basic concepts of Salesforce. The first one is read the Salesforce documentation. Read it thoroughly. Read each and every line of it and understand it very well. The second thing, search for that particular topic on Google, and whatever link, like if there are 10 to 15 or 20 links that comes up onto the first page, check out all of those links and read each and every link over there. Like read everything about it from different blogs, from different websites, from different portals, because this is how you actually create your own definition by getting the point of view of everyone and then summing it all up and then coming up with your own definition. The third and the most important thing that you need to do to master the basics is watch the videos on the Salesforce Help channel. And if you have watched all of those videos, then that's more than enough. After mastering the basics, what exactly you need to do? That's the second step. Implement and discuss. Just after learning the basics or just after understanding any topic or any tool or any functionality, just jump right into your developer edition or onto your sandbox and implement it right away. What I mean by right away is do it at that particular time itself, in that hour only. Do not wait for the next hour. Do not procrastinate. Do not leave it for the next day. Do it at that time only. Because if you're not going to implement it right away, then eventually you'll forget about it. And while implementing, create as many scenarios as you can for that particular functionality of think about the scenarios or the situations in which you can use that functionality or use the information that you have just learned and implement it. The more scenarios you'll come through, the better you'll become. And yes, do not forget to do trailhead to get those shiny badges, because it's an easy way to learn anything about Salesforce, and the badges that you'll earn over there, you can show it off on your resume or on your profile. Before jumping on to the third step, I would like to make a note over here for the people out there who do not really enjoy doing the trailhead. My suggestion for you would be, take it as a challenge or as a competition with your study buddy. Because doing trailhead is very easy, and if you're not getting your interest around it or getting your interest into it, and if you're taking it as a challenge like I'm going to do 10 or 15 badges per week, in just couple of months you're going to learn so much that you can never imagine. So please take it as a challenge or as a competition with someone who is also learning with you, and like this you'll learn more in less time, but make sure to do it. Okay, so now you have worked so hard. You have done the trailhead badges, you have implemented all the functionalities, you have discussed it with the people, you have learned or mastered the basic concepts. Now what? So the third step is get certified. Yes, certifications do have their own impact, and certifications validate your knowledge. Like imagine if someone is looking for a professional or for a candidate who already knows Salesforce and who they want to hire, they'll obviously give the preference to the one who is certified instead of the one who is not certified. And sometimes it is the prerequisite. Like in some of the job postings, it's already written that you at least need to have 2 certifications, or you should be already a Salesforce certified consultant or Salesforce certified Sales Cloud consultant, or you should be a Salesforce certified developer in order to apply for that particular job. So now you can imagine how important it is. Getting certified will help you pass that screening process very, very easily and fluently. And not only that, getting certified will also give you a sense of achievement and satisfaction or confidence that will help you a lot in your interview process as well. But certifications are just a prerequisite, not a VIP pass. And what I mean by that is that getting certified will not make you the Simba of the Salesforce world. Understand it very, very clearly. Like you've just given the certification, you've just cleared it out, and now you'll get so many emails from so many companies to apply for the job or to get that job, and this is the compensation that they are giving, and these are the facilities that they are giving, and this is the location. It's not going to happen. Remove this thought completely from your mind. It's absolutely a myth that getting certified will help you get a job easily. Yes, it will help you to pass through the screening process, but it's not like that if you have these many certifications, it's very, very easy for you to get a job. There will be other steps also that you have to clear or that you have to pass in order to get that job or in order to land that job. And it makes sense as well, because there are a lot of people out there who are also certified and who claims to have the same skill set as of yours. At the end, the hiring decision will be made on the problem solving skills or on the problem solving approach of yours. This is what matters the most. Like the hiring manager or the recruiter will make the decision on how well you can understand or comprehend a particular problem and how good you are at finding a solution for it. And this is all what matters. And there are other variables too that will have their own influence, like the number of experience that you have, how well you are in understanding that particular business, do you have any experience into that particular industry, how well your communication skills are, and how good you are in working into a team. So all of these are variables that influence greatly, literally. I mean, they have a huge impact while making the hiring decision for any of the company or for any of the hiring manager or the recruiter. So mark my words. Certifications are only the prerequisite, not the VIP pass that will get you a job immediately or that will land you a job immediately. Congratulations! Now you're a Salesforce certified individual who's supposed to have 100 trailhead badges. But the question is, who knows about it? Your bunch of friends with whom you have celebrated that success, and your family? If the answer is yes, then you are probably on a very, very wrong track. You need to showcase it to the world. And that's our fourth step. If you have got it, show it. Everything in this world is about selling. And getting a job definitely is. So when you're trying to get a job or when you're applying for a particular job, you're trying to sell your skill sets, you're trying to sell your personality, you're trying to sell yourself as an individual to the hiring manager who needs to buy it. So present yourself in such a way that the hiring manager wants you to be in their company more than you want to get placed into that company. And you guys must be like, but how to do that? I don't know the hiring manager or the recruiter. Don't worry, I'll help you out with that. So to sell yourself in the professional world, there are two major tools. Number one, your resume. Create a resume that stands out rather than just gelling into the standard format which everyone else is using. Because the number of time, the amount of time the recruiter or the hiring manager is spending on your resume, the higher the chances are of you getting a job over there. So make sure that whosoever is looking at your resume, he or she needs to spend time onto your resume, and that's the way out. The second tool that will help you to sell yourself into the professional world is your LinkedIn profile. Yes, LinkedIn profiles are the business cards nowadays. Remember, if you've met someone in a particular conference or in an event that you went at some time, and like after just knowing about them, after just knowing their name, you search them on LinkedIn and added them to your connection. Why? Why did you do that? Just to know more about that particular person or that individual, and that individual has written all the information on the LinkedIn profile about them, like their their schooling, about their college, about the things that they know, about the volunteership opportunities, about the certifications, about the jobs they have done, about the industries they have been. All the things are written over there. So why do you really need a business card if you're in IT field? All what you need is a LinkedIn profile, and that needs to be good, because this is how you can sell yourself. And if the person does not have a business card, he's really not interested in selling himself or herself. So work onto your business card, that is your LinkedIn profile. And there are several tips that I want to give you to build a great LinkedIn profile, and that are: first, change your title. Make it more relevant to the job that you're seeking or that you're looking for. Like let's say if you're looking for a Salesforce developer job, then in that case, your title or your LinkedIn title should be Certified Salesforce Developer, looking for new opportunities. Or if you have more than one certification, then in that case, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 7x certified individual, or 7x certified Salesforce professional, something like that. It should be relevant, because recruiters search people on LinkedIn, and on LinkedIn the searches are primarily based on to the title that person has written onto their LinkedIn profile. So this is a way out. This is how people can reach you out while searching for the good candidates. Second, and the most important thing that you need to do is, please add a professional image. Do not add the passport size photograph over the profile picture of LinkedIn. Never ever do that. Or the selfie that you have taken in a bar or in a club with one of your friends, with a bunch of your friends. Or if you're in a swimming pool and you have taken a selfie and you're posting it, or you're putting it on as a profile picture on your LinkedIn. Never ever do that. You're showcasing yourself to the professional world. So recruiters or the hiring managers needs to see that how professional you are in showcasing yourself, on that too on LinkedIn. So you really need to do it in a way that is presentable professionally. So please add a professional image, and if you do not have one, get it clicked by someone, by anyone, by one of your friends. You do not need to hire someone to get a professional picture. All what you need to have is a decent professional picture. The next thing that you need to do is add the relevant skills that you have onto your LinkedIn profile. Yes, they are very, very necessary. Like if you're a Salesforce developer or a Salesforce administrator, then in that case, you need to have the skills like Salesforce, SaaS, cloud computing, Apex, Visualforce, Lightning, and different things. You did, most important, Apex, REST API, SOAP API. Because if a recruiter is searching for the developers, they do look for the integration, for the people who can do the integrations and who knows REST API and SOAP API. So please add all of the relevant skills over there on your LinkedIn profile. Because LinkedIn, okay, so let me give you an example. If I am a recruiter and I am searching for a Salesforce developer, I'm going to write Certified Salesforce Developer or Salesforce Developer in Jaipur or in Bangalore and in like Philadelphia or something like that. So how I'm going to do that? Like I'm simply writing down Certified Salesforce Developer onto the search tab or onto the search bar on LinkedIn. LinkedIn shows me the result based on the title, but also based on the skills that that person has onto their LinkedIn profile. So please add it if you haven't yet. Adding them is just the first step of it. Now you need to get those skills endorsed and get them endorsed by the people who are already good at that particular skill. It's necessary. It is really necessary. And I mean, if you cannot find one who is good at that particular skill, then get it certified by the colleagues that you have, or maybe the friends that you have, or by the people who are already into the Salesforce ecosystem that you know about and who knows about your skill. Get the skills endorsed because they add a certain level of authenticity. Like it adds a certain level of authenticity onto your profile, that you really know what you're talking about, or you really know you're really good at that particular skill. And the higher the number is, the more the authenticity is, and that will have a great influence, by the way. Talking about the skills on LinkedIn profile and getting them endorsed, have you looked at my LinkedIn profile? If you haven't, then there's a link down in the description. Just hit that link, go to my LinkedIn profile, add me as a connection, and see that have you ever endorsed me for the skills that I have, or that I possess, or that you think I am good at. If you haven't, then do it right now. But only if you think I am good at them. Now comes the fifth and the most important step. Start the job hunt. Yes. In the 7-step guide, the job hunt comes onto the 5th step. Before that, you need to do the homework. You need to work. You need to work really, really hard onto those 4 steps to reach to the 5th step, or to start the job hunt. It's really necessary. But Shrey, if I already know how to do the job hunt, then why am I watching this video of yours? Don't worry, I'm going to help you out with that as well. So the first step to look for the jobs in Salesforce is to go on different job portals like Monster, Indeed, Naukri, and Salesforce jobs community, or basically the Trailblazer community. We have a jobs panel as well, or jobs links as well, where you can find the job postings over there. And also LinkedIn. There are several opportunities that are posted regularly by the recruiters onto these platforms. Go out there, search, or like filter out the opportunities that you think are you are interested in, or you think that is similar to your profile in which you want to get into, and then make a list of the companies which you think will be good for you or for your career progression. Making a list of the companies is very, very necessary. Please do that. And after making the list of those companies, learn and research about those companies very, very well. Yes, you really need to do that. And what I mean by learn about the company and research about the company is learn what type of work that company do. Learn or research what types of client do they have, or what type of candidates do they already have, or what type of people are already working over there. Learn about the key people that are running that organization or that company. It's really, really very, very necessary. You need to learn about the key people in such a depth, because you never know. Like, let's say you have you're going for an interview, and you find out someone who you saw on LinkedIn, and you know his name already, and you know a little bit about their background as well. How much influence it will leave on that person. So let me unwrap a little truth about humans to you guys. Every human in this world, doesn't matter how much saint-like they think they are, or how much saint-like image that they create in the outside world, they all like to talk about themselves. All of them really do that. And if you know about them, then only you can talk about them to themselves. And there is nothing better than that. Everyone in this world loves to talk about themselves, and loves to talk and wants other person to listen. So this is exactly what you have to do. You need to learn about the key people, and what I mean by key people is CEOs, technical heads, architects who are working into that company, HRs, HR head, HR manager, the recruiters that are working over there. You need to learn about all of them in depth. You really need to do that. And in today's world, it's very easy to do that. All what you need to do is go onto the company's website, search about the key people, find them out on LinkedIn, or go onto the LinkedIn page of that company, find out who all are working over there, find out the information about them, that what's their background, from where they have come and now where they are, and what they are doing and what they are sharing and what they are posting, and try to engage with them. And make sure to find out that is there anyone in your connections on LinkedIn who is already working into that particular company, because that will be very, very helpful for you. Let me tell you how. Imagine there is a guy you know whose name is Akash, and Akash is working in XYZ software or some company. You messaged Akash, there's an open position in your company that I am applying for. I would like to get a feedback from you about the company in which you're working. So can you please tell me, or can you please give me the feedback of the company in which you're working? They'll be more than interested to talk to you about that. If it is positive, then also, and if it is negative, then they would be more than interested to do that. So that will help you a lot in getting a picture about the company from a person who is already there, and there's nothing better than that. And if you can build a great relationship with them, then you can ask them to refer them for that particular open position that they have in their company, or you can ask them to write a reference letter for you that will leave an impact that nothing else can ever match. Literally, a reference letter from a company or a reference from a person who is working into that company already has the highest impact. Yes. So if you can get that, there's nothing better than that. You've already got that job, believe me, if you have the skills. All of these things are really necessary to apply for the job. Yes, it's not that easy as you think it is. So you need to do all of these steps, and after doing all of these things, what you need to do at the final thing is, or at the final step is, not the final step for this guide, but the final step for the job hunt is create tailored resume for each of the companies that you know about, or that for which you have researched about, or in which you want to get yourself placed, or in which you want to work. And why a tailored resume for every company? Because yeah, different companies are looking for different types of candidates according to the needs or requirements that they have. So you need to present yourself in that way. The more relevant your resume is according to the job position or according to the job description, the higher the chances are of getting placed over there. But still, applying for the job doesn't guarantee the success. You still need to work hard to build connections into the Salesforce ecosystem, or basically you need to build healthy, helpful and meaningful relationships with the people who are already established, or who are good into or who have a great influence on Salesforce ecosystem, or who are recognized into the Salesforce world. That will not only help you to get a job, but will also help you in a longer run as well. But you must be thinking that how do I do that? How to build connections? So don't worry, I'm going to tell you that. To build connections, all what you need to do is actively engage with the people who are already into the Salesforce industry and where they are spending the time. And most of them are spending the time on LinkedIn or like Twitter, most of the time Twitter, and also on different platforms similar to this. What you need to do is you need to actively engage with them over there onto different posts, different posts and different comments, so that they recognize you as an individual who already knows Salesforce and who wants to start their career into Salesforce. You can also participate in the events that are going around of Salesforce around your locality. And there are many that happens. Find out the user group events or the developer user group events that are happening in your locality, and you can find out about them on meetup.com and actively participate into them. What's the problem? You just need to spend an hour or two and you'll build healthy relationship that will help you a lot in a longer run. Do it. There are also some Facebook groups, Telegram groups or LinkedIn groups in which you need to become a participant, and over there you can find many job postings posted every day or every week. So if you want to be updated about the job positions available into different areas or into different profiles, you need to be updated, and there's no other way, there's no better way to be updated about them rather than just engaging or actively seeking for the opportunities onto these groups. And the best way to build connections is, or to get recognition into the Salesforce ecosystem or into the Salesforce industry, is to engage with the people on Trailblazer community or developer community or success community or whatever community, Stack Exchange it is. So yeah, you need to engage with people over there. And if you really want recognition into the Salesforce domain, even if you haven't got the job, start answering the questions on Trailblazer community. It will not only enhance your skills, it will not only improve your problem solving skills, but will also give you recognition. I have a question over here. Are you really serious about building connections or having a strong network or having a meaningful connection with people? If your answer is yes, then I have a nugget for you. And that nugget is add value to other people's life. That's the best strategy to build connections. Believe me, it works. It's simple karma. If you'll add value to other person's life, they'll never ever forget you first. And the second thing is, they'll try to bring value to you as well in the way they can. And this works. This literally works. This is a simple karma, and like it's like if you're adding value to someone's life, either they'll try to add value to you, and if they're not doing that, then there are other sources through which you'll get that value back, and that too in multi-folds. So try to bring value to the other people. If you really want to build a solid network, or if you really want to build stronger connections or stronger relationships with the people who are already into the Salesforce industry or into the Salesforce domain. But you must be like, Sri, what are you talking about? I'm struggling here to get a job into the Salesforce industry. How can I bring value to the person who is already good into the Salesforce domain? How I can do that? So the answer of this question lies into the 7th step. That is the final step. Volunteer. Until you find a job, start volunteering. Start adding value to other people's life. And there are several ways to do that. The number one is start working for the non-profits who are using Salesforce. That will not only enhance your skill set, but will also add a great impact onto your resume or on your profile or on your personality. Second, that I would suggest everyone to follow, work for free. Yes, work for free. It may be controversial for you. It may be there can be a lot of criticism that I can face in saying that work for free if you know Salesforce and if you're not getting a job. So I have a simple answer for that. I mean, you really want to sit at your home and wait for the opportunities to come and knock your doors that please come into our company or come work with us, we'll pay you and do the things like that. Or you should just apply for the jobs, and until you find a good job, just work for free. Work for free. Literally, that will not only enhance your skill sets. It will obviously enhance your skill sets. It will keep you up to date onto the skill that you already have, or up to date onto the technology, but will also bring great connections that will help you in a longer run and will return you in multi-folds. That happens, that really happens. So work for free if you haven't got a job yet. The third and the most important thing that you can do until you find a job or until you find a place where you can volunteer yourself to work for free is to answer the questions on the Tailorbaser community. It's the best thing. It's literally the best thing. It will enhance your problem solving skills exponentially. Let me tell you how. If you're learning it on your own and if you're facing the problems that only you are facing and trying to figure out the solutions for them, you're only learning as a single person, or you're only viewing that, you're only facing a problem that you are facing. What about the problems that other people are facing? If you'll try to find out the solutions for it, believe me, you'll become you'll have the knowledge of 100 people. Can you imagine how much knowledge you'll gain, how much experience you'll gain, even without working for any of the companies? So yes, start answering the questions. If you're not able to do that initially, just start learning about the questions that already have the best answers selected. Find out the solutions for them on your own without reading the answer, and then check out whether your answer was similar to the answer that was best answer or not, and then try to relate with them. Yeah, you can do that. And that's all what you need to do to get a job into Salesforce ecosystem if you are a fresher. This 7-step guide is destined to get you a job or to land you a job if you follow all of these steps with dedication and determination. And also make sure to check out the links down in the description, because there are a lot of links that I'm going to put in the description right now and later on as well, as I'll figure it out. If I think that this link will be helpful for you guys to create the resume, to create a better LinkedIn profile, I'm going to put all of them down in the description so that it can help you out. So make sure to check out the description. Check out the description over here. And wish you all the best for your career ahead. I hope you get the best of it. And if you like the video, then make sure to hit the like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the Salesforce channel, make sure to do that, because it's the best channel on complete YouTube that will help you with every question, each and every question related to Salesforce. And make sure to share your success story down in the comments, because that's again adding value to someone else's life. There are a lot of people out there who might be struggling with the similar problem that you have faced, and after watching this video and working onto this 7-step strategy or into this 7-step guide, you got a job, you landed a job, then make sure, please, I would highly request you to post your story down in the comments so that other people can also look into that story, see that story, and after reading that story, they can also feel motivated, and they can also know about the roadblocks or the problems that you were facing and how you overcome that to land a job. So please, I highly request you, or I really request you to write down your success story of getting a job after watching this video down in the comments. And at any moment, if you feel disheartened or demotivated because of the continuous failures or of the continuous rejections, or because of working so hard and even after that you are getting rejections, or even after that no one's giving you a positive response, remember one thing. Every failure is one step closer to success. So keep on working hard, keep on hustling, keep on grinding, because failure is not opposite of success. It is a part of it.